Okay, everyone, we are going to get started with this evening's webinar. So again, thank you for attending the webinar regarding our Health and Nursing Informatics programs here at UOnline. And really what we'll be covering is just discussing the programs themselves, as well as, we will be having Q&A. There is a window within your panel that you are more than welcome to ask any questions throughout the actual webinar, so then that way we can answer them. But we will also have a Q&A session at the end as well, in case any questions come up once all information has been presented to you. Also, as you can see, there is also an ability to follow us on Twitter at UMiamiOnline. I'm sorry, at UMiamiUOnline. And you can use the hashtag UMInformatics throughout the webinar, and we will be live tweeting. So again, we will be covering, what programs might be right for you. I'll take you through a breakdown of the programs, as well as throughout the structure in the application process. So again, throughout the webinar, feel free to ask any questions you may have, as we'll be more than happy to address those for you. So my name is Chelsea Harris. I am an enrollment advisor here for UOnline, and I will be discussing the different programs with you, and of course we'll be here to answer any questions you may have. Even if you may not be able to ask those questions today, you can certainly always feel free to reach out to us at a later date as well. So what is informatics? A lot of people may have that question, and it really is all about the technology in the healthcare world and how to improve that technology. As far as from patient care to data entry, informatics impacts all aspects and processes technology related in the healthcare world. This field is projected to continue to grow at a rapid pace over the next 5 to 7 years. So it definitely is a wonderful field to start getting into now and really have that interest to grow professionally. So which program is right for you? A lot of people may have this question when comparing nursing informatics and health informatics, because they are very similar. Again, they are technology-based. The main difference is for nursing informatics, you will be required to have an RN license. This is a requirement because there is a practicum component in the actual program, which I will cover later on in the actual webinar. But that is the main difference between the two, is you are more patient-facing within nursing informatics. However, with health informatics, it's more behind the scenes with the technology. So that does not actually require an RN license, nor does it actually require a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing like the Nursing Informatics program does. So you definitely do get to experience the technology side of healthcare within both of these. It really just comes down to what your current career is and what career path you want to proceed on going forward. Within the actual informatics job field, again, it's growing. So you have here the different titles, different specialties that you can get into with informatics. So as an example, nursing informatics specialist, chief nursing information officer, as well as like a director in health informatics, director of clinical informatics. So definitely new job markets are being developed as these fields are rapidly growing. A lot of changes are coming with healthcare technology. So again, what you're looking to get into is all about where you're starting with your education. Again, nursing informatics, normally if you have an RN license as well as a bachelor's in nursing. Health informatics, again, you are not required to have an RN license, nor are you required to have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So again, the main differences between the two. And then the average salary for health informatics can come out to be a little over $61,000. So certainly a helpful tidbit of information for those looking to go into either one of these fields. And with it growing so much, it really affords you the opportunity to grow yourself as well as develop your own position in what you currently do or what you want to grow into doing in the future. So the programs are structured very similarly. With the nursing informatics, there is a difference in credits. However, they both can be completed in a 22-month time frame. So that's great, just under 2 years for your time to completion within the programs themselves. They're similar in structure, and they both actually earn a certificate in health informatics after you complete your first 15 credits for both programs. This is not a physical certificate that you actually receive. This will be awarded to you on your transcript. So you won't actually receive, like I said, that physical certificate. However, you will earn that certificate in completing. Again, you would have to have a bachelor's degree for either one of these, but you would be enrolled in either the nursing informatics or health informatics and earn this particular milestone while completing your actual master's degree. The students in nursing informatics and health informatics will actually be enrolled in their first 5 classes together. This is great for networking as well as sharing ideas across the informatics spectrum. So you really get to see what both sides are learning. You can kind of bounce ideas off of each other before you really get into your specialties within the 2 programs. So it's a really great experience for our students to be able to have across the board. So here you actually see a breakdown of the MSN in Nursing Informatics. Again, with it being an MSN in Nursing, RN license, and BSN required, you'll see here that it breaks down into the first 5 courses where you are sharing those courses with the health informatics students and the nursing informatics students. So this is again where you would also, once you complete these courses successfully, you would earn that certificate in health informatics degree. The difference that you'll see here with the nursing informatics program is there is a practicum towards the end of your program. Within your practicum, you would complete 200 hours divided into 4 practicum sessions. These sessions will end up being about 50 hours over a 7-week time frame, and it can be averaged out to about less than 10 hours a week. They cannot be completed during your paid or your working hours. However, I know with most of our nurses, you may have a day or 2 off during the week where you're not working. So this would be a great time for you to be able to do a couple of hours during one of your days off, a couple of hours the next, before your shift or after. That way you're getting those hours in without it actually affecting your work-life balance. So a lot of people do wonder, can I work while I'm in this program? And yes, you definitely can. You're not expected to quit your job. You're not expected to, stop growing in your field. You can continue to work while you're actually completing this particular program. With the health informatics, the same classes would be completed, those first 5 courses. You would earn that certificate for the health informatics again once you successfully complete these courses. Again, just as a reminder, you don't receive a physical certificate. You would receive that certificate awarded on your transcript. So you won't have a practicum for the Master's in Health Informatics program. You would have your capstone, which is online. So that is where the main difference comes in again between the 2 programs, as well as you won't have, as far as not having to have that practicum in the program. So what we can do next is we can actually take a look into one of our classrooms. Now, with the classroom itself, we're looking at one for another program right now, and that's mainly because we're still finalizing our course or the first course rather, for the informatics program. So this is just to give you an idea of what you'll be seeing once you were to become a student and start going through the program. keep in mind there will be a webinar similar to this that will specifically cover the classroom itself, where an enrollment advisor such as myself would walk you through the classroom, get you familiar with what to expect, and then you will also have resources like your orientation as well as your new student checklist to really help you familiarize yourself with the classroom environment, so by the time you were to start your courses, you already have an idea of what to expect. So here, this is what your classroom would mostly look like, where you would actually, on the left-hand side, you would be able to see your different aspects of your classroom. So for example, your course title would be here at the top, followed by your course announcements, your faculty bio, your syllabus, your grades, your course messages, things of that nature. Course announcements can be important, mainly because if your instructor has anything that's for the classroom that needs to be amended or changed, or if they have anything in particular they need to communicate to you, this is where you would find that information. Your syllabus would look similar to this one here, where it breaks down your course information, as well as like your credit hours, your course length. It's always great to maybe print out or save your syllabus to your desktop, so then that way you have that information available to you. You'll find your course materials, your schedule, your assessment, and then of course any policies. So back to the course schedule, this is where you would find the breakdown of your courses, your discussions. Again, this will vary depending on your courses, so don't try to memorize this information just yet. When your classroom is built and your classroom is available, when you're a student, then you'll see something similar to this that lets you know what is expected of you week over week. As well as your syllabus and your course information, you would then go, still on the left-hand panel, to your week over week instructions, your classroom. So here you might find a video, for example, like with this particular program, one of the professors, your different course outcomes of your week. It will show your activity and what might be due, as well as like the day and time. So definitely information that you want to be mindful of, so then that way you don't miss anything week over week. And then what you would actually do is scroll down. You would see your discussions, instructions, things of that nature. And then as well as what's helpful is at the top of your screen, you can always click on Jump To, and that will actually take you to what you may need to go to for that week. So instead of scrolling all the way down, you're able to go to your discussion, your quiz, your journal assignment, anything you need for this particular week, you can jump to right here at the very top of your screen. So it makes it very convenient for you that you don't have to scroll through everything and just go straight to what you need to do for that particular assignment. So that is a brief look at your classroom. Again, we will host an actual webinar for the classroom walkthrough once you're getting closer to your start date. So we will send out invites for that as well, like we did for this webinar. So of course, the next question would be, well, how do I apply? So here you'll see your application info. So for both programs, the application process is very similar. We would require official transcripts. However, we can get you admitted with unofficial transcripts from your previous universities, as long as we have your official transcripts on file by the time you start your courses. We also require a resume to show your previous work experience. Also, two letters of recommendation. Your letters of recommendation would have to be sent directly to your enrollment advisor by your recommenders in PDF format. They cannot be uploaded by yourself in your application like some of your other elements, so that is also something to keep in mind. So you might want to start, if you know for sure you're looking to go through the application process, really start thinking of who would be great recommenders for you, as that normally can be the longest part of the process. Also, for our MSN and Nursing Informatics students, we want to make sure that we, we want to make sure that we also have your active Florida RN license. As of right now, those are the applicants that we're accepting, nurses with an active Florida license, so that is just something to keep in mind, as well as we would require a copy of your BLS certificate as an enrollment requirement for your application. Once you are admitted as a student, as an MSN Nursing Informatics student, we do require an FBI background check as well as drug screening, which once you're admitted, your enrollment advisor will cover with you. And then we also, of course, have our deadline. So very important to keep mind of, especially if you're applying for our January 11th start date, as that deadline would be for December 21st. Of course, our May 9th applicants may have a little bit more time, but still, you would definitely want to make sure that you start the process as soon as possible, so that way we can get all of your documents in on time. And then, as you will also see here, we have the application at myonline.miami.edu. So once you're ready to start the process, certainly feel free to start your application, and then we would certainly reach out to you to start that process with you. So now that you've decided that you may want to apply, the next major question, of course, would be, what exactly or how exactly can I pay for my tuition? So you do have many different options in order to pay for your tuition and your costs. Tuition for both of your programs is $18.50 per credit as of right now, so that is something to keep in mind. For January, we are offering an inaugural scholarship, which starts at 30% off of your tuition, and that is for the life of your program. Any additional scholarship amounts are awarded based on merit, if you're a alum, or if you are active military or a veteran of the military. To determine this information and determine what exactly your scholarship would be, you are more than welcome to reach out to us at any time, and we can certainly look at your resume as well as your transcripts for evaluation to see what exactly you would qualify for. Other options to finance your degree would be through a federal loan. You would do this by going to the FAFSA.gov website and start filling out your application for your graduate loans. Our actual FAFSA code is listed here on this screen as well, so certainly feel free to take note, or this is actually being recorded, so if you needed to refer back to this at any time, you certainly can. But that would be the best way to find out what you're eligible for financial aid as far as your federal loans go for your graduate degree. Again, we are veteran program friendly, including the Yellow Ribbon Fund, so also something to keep in mind. And then you also have the option of private educational loans, things of that nature. We do also accept monthly payment plans if you plan on actually paying out of pocket. And you can see those details here, as well as you would just want to make sure that any type of payment plan or funding that you plan on using are in fact in place by the start of your classes. So definitely want to make sure you have all of those in place, as well as you do have the option of tuition reimbursement. Now for our faculty or staff, we do not accept right now tuition remission. It is not available for any of the online programs. So tuition remission, of course, tuition reimbursement, of course, is different from the actual remission process. So if you have an employer that is tuition reimbursement capable and they would pay for your tuition, that's definitely something that we encourage you to explore. However, for employees, the tuition remission is not available at this time. So again, for our website information, you would want to go to miami.edu online, as well as you can start applying to the programs. We are here throughout the week, so you are more than welcome to reach out to us at any time, again, for any type of evaluation of the program or to take a look at your to take a look at your transcripts as well as your resumes to see what you would qualify for as far as scholarships. We can definitely open up the floor for any questions. Okay, doesn't look like we have any right now. So I want to thank everybody for attending the webinar this evening. Again, the webinar will be available for you to view at a later time should you want to review any information. And again, our contact information is listed right here as well. So if you had any further questions at a later date, always feel free to reach out to us. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a good evening.